When you think of haunted locations, what comes to mind? Amityville, the Conjuring House, the entire state of Connecticut. But what if I were to tell you that there's a location so insidious, so sinister, that the small act of being there would cause your dog to delete itself? Overturned Bridge is located in the country of Scotland and is home to the unexplainable occurrences of dogs sporadically jumping off the bridge and plummeting to their deaths. Unfortunately, thousands of dogs have lost their lives in the last century in this specific location. Now, I'd like to conduct a little thought experiment. Imagine you're walking your dog along Overton Bridge when all of a sudden, Miss Fluffington decides to bolt off. Miss Fluffington! No! As she leaps to her death, she falls. Blam! That's the end of Miss Fluffington. Hey, what is up, crew? Today we are going to be covering Overton Bridge, also known as the Bridge of Death, and it is also known as Dog Deletion Bridge. So don't forget to put on your tinfoil hats, because you never know when the government's watching. And let's get into it. But before we do, I just want to let you know, thank you so much for watching. I adore you. So Overton Bridge was located in West Dunbartonshire, Scotland. It was created in 1895, however, the cases of the dogs jumping off the bridge don't start until the 1950s. Since the 1950s, there have been numerous cases of dogs jumping off the bridge or getting anxious and choosing to run off the bridge with no explanation as to why. These ghost stories would gain traction throughout the 2000s and 2010s, not being as popular in the 1950s and onward. In 2004, Kenneth Michael would be walking his golden retriever along the bridge when his golden retriever would suddenly bolt off the bridge and jump. The golden retriever did not die, however, it was pretty injured. Going into 2005, at least 5 more cases of dogs jumping off the bridge would occur. In 2014, a woman named Alice would also report a strange occurrence with her dog. I had parked up, and as she is so obedient, I didn't put her lead on. Me and my son walked toward Cassie, who was staring at something above the bridge. She definitely saw something that made her jump. There's something sinister going on. It was so out of character for her. In 2019, Bob and Melissa Hill, residents of the Overturn house, would report witnessing multiple occurrences of dogs jumping off the bridge across from the street from where they live. Bob would also state that the scent of the minks living under the bridge would drive the dogs crazy, causing them to jump off the bridge, believing they were chasing after a mink. Even though most occurrences were with dogs, there have been human lives that were lost on the bridge as well. In October 1994, Kevin Moy, going through a schizophrenic episode, would throw his 2-week-old son off the bridge. This tragedy would only add more to the mystique of the bridge and the sinister undertones of what was going on. Speculation and theory time. So, a lot of scientists would claim that this occurrence happening with the dogs would be because of the mink and mice nest and the pheromones released, causing the dogs to act up, wanting to jump off the bridge, believing they were chasing after something and going into hysteria. There were even experiments used because of the occurrence, what was going on the bridge, where they would use mink scent, showing how sporadic a dog would act when coming across the scent of a mink. Even more speculation would be that this was more of a paranormal occurrence. The multiple deaths occurring at the Overton house across the street from the bridge would cause many to speculate that vengeful spirits would cause dogs to delete them. Now, I don't know why a ghost would want to do that. Dog is man's best friend. Like, you think they'd be trying to push like another human off the bridge or something if they were being vengeful and spiteful. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. However, I have a much more reasonable theory as to why these dogs are jumping off the bridge. Now, your entire life, you've often believed that Dogs vs. Cats was a fictional story told on the silver screen. However, that is a George Soros funded theory attempting to make you believe that everything you were seeing was fiction. The truth is, that is a documentary, and there is a current war between dogs and cats. Now, George Soros doesn't want to let you know this, but the cats are purposely putting pheromones on the bottom of the bridge so they can kill dogs. This goes much deeper than me and you, friends. The cats helped build the pyramids. However, dogs have always been man's best friend. Have you ever pissed off a cat? Cats keep grudges, man. And if you think a generational war that has been going on for centuries, even thousands of years, millennia, you think it would stop now? No. The battlegrounds is in Scotland, and it's happening right now. Those poor dogs jumping off those bridges being tricked by these cats. Every time I see a stray cat in my town from now on, I'm gonna kick it. Anyway, that's this week's video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you liked it, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments. If you want to tell me I'm the worst YouTuber on earth, go ahead. I think that's funny, hilarious. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.